This is my brother and I in Manchester, where I was born and raised, aged 6. This is me in London whilst I was a teacher on the Teach First programme, aged 26. I suppose looking back, I've always had an affinity with African print textile. It's always been a part of my life. This all made sense when I took this picture. This is how my mother carried me as a baby. It made me begin to see African print textile as a really significant part of my culture and heritage. The hymeneal cord that forms a bond between mother and child. In 2013, I went on a life-changing trip to Ghana, my first trip to the continent as an adult. At the time, I'd been totally burnt out due to the pressure of my job, and I was feeling totally depressed. That depression left me maybe 6 hours after leaving the plane. It was like when Dorothy stepped onto the yellow brick road from Kansas. Everything was bright, vibrant, and alive with colour. I came alive. It was at this time I realised the importance of colour in changing mood and perception. I also began to read deeply about African print textile, and I started to realise its cultural and economic significance, stretching back many years. Everything that I read, and anecdotal evidence based on witnessing the number of brands working within this dynamic, led me to believe that creating a brand in this space could be a very profitable exercise. For the next 2 years, I began to develop a concept, into a product, and subsequently a brand. This journey caused me to leave home and move to Portugal in order to secure solid production and work with the best in class, learning how to make high-quality garments to scale. Launching the brand is the first step in my mission to promote African print textile globally, and also to build a forward, vertically integrated production facility on the African continent.
Hi, my name's Chiatanga, and I'm the founder and chief evangelist of Walls of Benin. Now, lots of people ask me about the slightly curious job title. I always explain like this. Beyond the vision of creating a profitable apparel business, Walls of Benin is a mission-led company. We have 2 chief aims. The first is to spread cultural soft power vis-a-vis the centuries-old technique of African print textile. And the second is to use the brand as a vehicle to build a forward, vertically integrated production facility on the African continent. So an important question to ask is, what's going on in the world that makes what we're doing important, viable, and ultimately profitable? Well, firstly, there's never been a better time to work within this dynamic. For a number of years, there's been a growing demand and value placed on African creativity, art, fashion, and design. Secondly, the product category that we've chosen, not only do we feel it lends itself well to African print textile and colourful designs, but it's also a growth sector of the apparel market. The loungewear market in the US currently stands at 10.7 billion and 450 million in the UK. Lastly, according to the World Bank, China is set to lose 85 million jobs in manufacturing and production. And many of these jobs are predicted to go to African countries as well as Southeast Asian countries. And this has been aided by the African Growth and Opportunities Act, which is a piece of policy that allows qualifying African countries to export tariff-free into the US and Western markets. And this policy has now been extended to 2025. Thanks, Mr. Obama.